Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at the new Adeptus Mechanicus. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Warhammer Day Preview. The Sydonian Skatros pops into view alongside Codex Adeptus Mechanicus. The glow of irradiated weaponry and luminous eye lenses penetrates endless clouds of toxic smog, joined by the rhythmic thudding of feet and the static drone of machine camp. It's not the hit new sound sweeping the 41st millennia. It's a telltale signs that the dogmatic cults of the Adeptus Mechanicus are marching to war. Looming above the procession of Skitarii vanguard and trundling Cataphron breachers, a curious figure makes his first appearance. Alright, let's take a look. Okay, interesting. We've got a stilt walker. Okay. There's definitely tons of detail. Sinister Sentinel. Okay, so he is definitely pretty tall. Definitely a sniper. Yeah, I think I like it. And then, of course, the Codex as well. Okay, so definitely needed to get a kind of clear look at him. So it's basically just an infantryman and then cut off at the knees. And then he has like bionic stilt legs. And then got a bunch of like mechanical gadgets and everything. And then of course the sniper rifle. So I do like the overall look of him. The Sydonian Skatros is a sinister sight, stalking into position on its stilt-like legs before standing deathly still. A living cyborg watchtower that scans the battlefield for targets. It's a perfectly engineered sniper and little escapes its all-seeing Achillean eye and fine-tuned elimination protocols. So part of the issue with snipers is they have to be in a good spot. So you normally want to find like a good perch and then remain stationary there. So if you're remaining stationary, it's easier for your opponents to get out of your line of sight with like key characters and stuff like that. So the next best thing is the mobility of being able to move around and get line of sight on stuff so that you can take those key shots. And because this guy basically has like a built-in perch, I don't know what his movement's going to be, but you know, if it has anything to do with like the gate, he should be pretty quick. And if he's still classified as infantry, he'll be able to like move through cover and stuff. I don't know. This could be pretty good actually. Yeah, I like it. It's at least intriguing of an idea. Now, will its actual execution in game terms be that good? I don't know. Model-wise, I like it. It's something new. It looks a little dangerous for breakage though. Maybe just make his sensor slightly longer so it just drags on the ground and then at least you have like 3 points. So yeah, interesting. Definitely something new. Equipped with either a radium Jezzail for popping infantry or a transuranic arquebus for penetrating the armor of vehicles and monsters. The Skatros is an exemplary marksman. Its Achillean eye zeroes in on vulnerable quarry, providing rerolls for wounds against its favored targets. Okay, so here are the two profiles, and it has rerolls to wound against its favorite targets. So the Radium Jezzail, 36 inches, 1 shot, ballistic seal 3, strength 5, -2, 3 damage, and then is anti-infantry 3+, heavy precision. So with that anti-infantry 3+ and a reroll, that's like an 88% chance to wound. And with heavy, if it doesn't move, it's going to have +1 to hit, so that's going to be a 2-up. And then of course precision is going to let you put that damage on a character that is attached to a squad. So it is pretty good. It's a nice sniper rifle. I think if it was devastating wounds, I would be like legitimately impressed. It's not bad, but it's not great either. And then for the Skatros Transuranic Arquebus. So this one is range 36, attacks 1, ballistic seal 3, strength 7, AP -2, and it's damage D3. So 2 more strength, and now it's a D3 damage instead of flat 3. And then this one has anti-monster and anti-vehicle 4+, so it's going to get rerolls to wound against them, and it is still heavy in precision. So the first one is more of like a traditional sniper. This one would be trying to shoot at vehicles. Again, I think if it was devastating wounds or the flat 3 damage, it would be a little bit better. I mean, obviously, but it does seem just a little bit underwhelming. I mean, the idea that this is going to be like your vehicle hunter guy just doesn't really make sense. Now, obviously, he could have some other rules or like, you know, really low points or something like that. So you could have a few of them. Comparing this to like the Transuranic Arquebus, the regular one, it's 36-inch range, 1 shot, 4+ to hit, strength 7, -2 damage, and a D3. So it doesn't have the favored target, but it's basically the same profile right here, 4+ to hit instead of 3+. And it still has the heavy and precision. So yeah, I think it's just a little bit underwhelming. Now, again, depending on like the mobility, I think potentially the sniper one could be useful. It's tough to tell when you only see part of the rules. I think model-wise, I think they both look cool. I think rules-wise, they're both pretty good. It's going to depend a lot on what other rules they have and then how they're costed. But neat, definitely did not see this coming. Counter-sniping this elevated assassin is a futile effort. The stealth and lone operative abilities will keep it alive and kicking. And with legs like those, kicking is a real threat. So I'm assuming the kicking part is just a joke, but stealth and lone operative is definitely a thing. So yeah, a couple of them could be a real nuisance. So this is number 3 for the Warhammer 40,000 codexes. We have the Space Marines and then Tyranids, and then we'll have Adeptus Mechanicus and Necrons will be number 4. The Sydonian Skatros will be released alongside Codex Adeptus Mechanicus, a tome of sanctioned and sanctified machine learnings, and your primary source for information for the cult of the Omnissiah in the new edition of Warhammer 40,000. Like any good conclave of fanatical worshippers, the Adeptus Mechanicus cannot agree on how best to worship the machine god of Mars, and their many secrets each have their particular way of veneration through the act of war. 5 full detachments. Okay, so we did see 6 for Tyranids, 7 for Space Marines, and now 5 for Adeptus Mechanicus. So I think right around like that 5 or 6 is like the sweet spot it looks like. Each with their own enhancement and stratagems, featuring alongside 30 datasheets supported by lashings of lore, painting tips, galleries of beautiful miniatures, and new tech hunting crusade rules. The new Skitarii Hunter cohort is an ideal pairing for the Skatros, sharing all the sensor-baffling tools you need to sneak your entire army around the battlefield. It grants all your Skitarii infantry and mounted units, plus your Iron Striders, the stealth ability. It also provides the benefit of cover to all Skitarian units targeted by ranged attacks from more than 12 inches away. Okay, so it's going to be -1 to be hit and cover, and we know that is like one of the new Space Marine detachments as well. So pretty cool. We're seeing a lot of like the redundancy between like the different armies for the rules. And honestly, I like that. It kind of brings back a little bit more of like that kind of universal special rules feel. So we see detachment rules, stealth optimization, Skitarii infantry, Skitarii mounted, and Iron Strider Ballistari units from your army have the stealth ability. And each time a ranged attack targets a Sicarian unit from your army, unless the attacking model is within 12 inches, the target has the benefit of cover against that attack. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. Once your army has tiptoed into position, Binharic Offense lets 2 Skitarii units attack a prime target with unthinkable synchronicity. Their lockstep assault improving the armor penetration by 1. Pin down an enemy with a Skatros sniper, then blast through their vulnerable spots with a Scorpius disintegrator or a squad of rangers. Alright, so 2 command points. Strategic ploy, Binharic offense. When? Start of your shooting phase or start of the fight phase. So either fight phase or your own shooting phase. Target 2 Skitarii units from your army that have not been selected to shoot or fight this phase, and 1 enemy unit. Effect: until the end of the phase, improve the armor penetration characteristics of weapons equipped by both of your units by 1. Restrictions: until the end of the phase, each time a model in either of your units makes an attack, it can only target that enemy unit, and only if it's an eligible target. Man, that is brutal. I mean, it's 2 command points. It's cool because it affects 2 of your units, but you're basically paying 2 command points to get -1 AP. I just don't think it's that good. But they'll have 5 other stratagems, which hopefully will all be amazing. On top of that, the existing Rad Zone cohort receives revisions, increasing the efficiency of its Rad bombardment. And the new Explorator Maniple sets its sights on acquiring rare architect from the battlefield, no matter the cost. The cohort Cybernetica provides you with the seriously powered-up Castellan robots, while the tech priests of the Data Psalm Conclave exhort the Cult Mechanicus to eradicate their foes. So definitely seeing like the kind of like themed army builds for the detachments. And I really like that. That was something that I have really enjoyed about Sigmar, and I like that they're bringing that over into 40K. It's definitely different, but I do prefer that they have taken away like the restrictions for like being Ultramarines or being Mars. And now you can just pick which detachment you want to play in and paint your guys however you want and have fun with your toys. So that is definitely a positive change in my opinion. So very cool. Lots of cool stuff here. It's always weird with the taste of the rules because you just don't get enough to judge anything. I do really like the new look of the sniper. I think it's cool, and there's definitely a possibility he could be good, but for sure something new. And then the Codex is awesome for all the Adeptus Mechanicus fans out there. I know they were having a little rough start to the edition, but I got a feeling this is going to completely change the game. So let me know if you're excited, if you're going to be picking this up. Let me know what you think of the new sniper model. Am I absolutely crazy and it looks like total trash? Is it just going to snap in half the first time you try to move it? Or is it actually pretty cool? Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out to save 15% on Games Workshop. Link in the description. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios, I'm Warhammer Man, and the Mechanicus is looking pretty cool. And I'm out of here.